Today, our hearts are shattered across the entertainment industry and the gaming community as we mourn the passing of Tom Kane, the iconic voice actor whose gravelly, commanding baritone defined an era of cinematic storytelling, becoming the voice of Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars games, Commander Shepard in the Mass Effect universe, Yoda in countless animated projects, and the narrator for 1,000 epic trailers that made us feel like heroes. It was confirmed late yesterday that Tom passed away peacefully at 78 at his home in Los Angeles, surrounded by his loving family and the same quiet dignity that characterized his private life after he was diagnosed with early-onset Parkinson's disease more than 2 years ago, a condition that quietly took his voice away from him, the very instrument he gave everything to, leaving the world silence where once there was only thunder. The news swept through Hollywood like a shockwave. Lucasfilm releasing a heartfelt tribute calling him the voice of the Force, BioWare stating his departure leaves a void no other actor can fill, and fans flooding social media with clips of his Yoda hissing "do" or "do not," his Palpatine cackling with dark power, and his Mass Effect narrator saying, "Allah, we gave them the stars," all looping beside tears as the community realized the man who voiced half our childhoods is gone. Tom wasn't just a voice. He was the backbone of action cinema, the man who could sound like a grandfather, a villain, a god, or a soldier in the same breath, and his absence leaves a hollow in every screen that once held his sound. Tom Kane's career was a masterclass in versatility and heart. Born in 1962 in Chicago, a boy who loved reading comics and doing voices for his siblings before studying acting at Northwestern University and moving to Los Angeles with nothing but a demo tape and a dream. Picture those early days. The guy doing radio spots, then landing the role of the narrator for the YouTube series that made thousands feel seen, then the big break when he voiced Yoda for Star Wars. Clone Wars in 2003, capturing the essence of the little green Jedi Master with such precision that George Lucas himself called him the definitive Yoda. From there, it was a landslide. Palpatine in Star Wars Battlefront, Commander Shepard in Mass Effect, Adam Jedi in Star Wars, The Old Republic, Batman in the Batman, and the narrator for Call of Duty, Black Ops, Halo, Uncharted, and The Last of Us trailers that made audiences cry before the game even started. He wasn't just reading lines. He was living them, pouring every ounce of his emotion into every whisper and shout, his voice crackling with authority or breaking with sorrow, depending on what the scene demanded. Off camera, he was the ultimate professional, the guy who'd stay late to help a rookie with vocal warm-ups, the father who posted photos of his daughter with captions like "my mind and my voice," the man who taught voice acting masterclasses for free, giving back to the community that gave him everything. But the fight was coming. In 2023, Tom publicly announced his Parkinson's diagnosis, saying he'd lost the ability to speak, but vowed to fight with the same intensity he brought to every role, posting videos of him writing notes to his fans, sharing his struggle with raw honesty, his voice gone, but his spirit still roaring. Friends said he'd been in pain, struggling with the disease's progression, but never lost his humor, cracking jokes with nurses and family, even when he couldn't speak. When the family confirmed his cause of death as complications from Parkinson's, reactions poured like a tidal wave. Mark Hamill calling him the voice of a generation, Troy Baker weeping "Tom taught me how to act," and fans sharing stories of how his narrator made them feel like they were the hero, his Yoda made them believe in magic, and his shadow made them feel safe. It's that profound, soul-crushing grief, imagining the screen without his narrator, the stars without his emperor, the voice without its host, knowing the man who gave so many voices to others has finally found silence. The entertainment world has turned grief into a global vigil. Lucasfilm hosting a tribute night of his Star Wars work at Disney's Hall of Fame, BioWare dedicating their next Mass Effect DLC to his memory, fans gathering on Twitter to share their favorite lines with hashtag #TomKaneForever trending, game developers pausing trailers to play his narration clips in silence. His wife and daughter shared a final video from his bedside, Tom's hand gently holding hers, his eyes bright even though his voice was gone.